altitude restrictions from here on out. Good. Maintain your current course.
Searchlight up ahead. Watch for it.
Stay out of their sight.
Strider, now. Can we secure the LZ quickly? We'll get you down funny. Never was good at jokes. Okay, following wind.
Strider 1, you've passed through waypoint 2. The valley's about to get narrower. Be careful.
Strider 1 lost!
Strider 1, you have passed through waypoint 1. No weapons until you reach the enemy base. All aircraft, reduce altitude. We have altitude restrictions from here on out. Keep altitude below 600 meters. Good. Maintain your current course.
Searchlight up ahead. Watch for it.
Stay out of their sight.
Strider, NASA's 1. Our current ETA matches yours. Catch the Vanguard. Can we secure the LZ quickly?
We'll get you down safe. I'm worried you're short on men.
Sign their whistles.
That ain't funny.
Never was good at jokes. Okay, following wind. Luck.
Understood. Strider 1, you've passed through waypoint 2. The valley's about to get narrower. Be careful.
When can we take on the final mission? I'm starting to get tired of all this.
This is the last step, Count. We'll take the enemy base and use it as a bridgehead.
Watch yourselves out there. We're going to need all of you in Farbanti. Without Wiseman here, everybody wants to give orders like they're the company commander himself. The best thing about Strider Squadron is our leader keeps his mouth shut. Watch your speed.
You've passed waypoint 3. You're coming up on the base, closing radio silence. We won't be able to talk again until you're over the base. Continue to keep an eye on your altitude. There are plenty of dark spots that can sneak up on you. Strider 1 has crashed. Strider 1, you have passed through waypoint 1. No weapons until you reach the enemy base. All aircraft, reduce altitude. We have altitude restrictions from here on out. Strider 1, it's a good chance you've alerted the enemy just now. I thought I told you not to use weapons.
Strider 1 lost!
Strider 1, you have passed through waypoint 1. No weapons until you reach the enemy base. All aircraft, reduce altitude. We have altitude restrictions from here on out. Keep altitude below 600 meters. Good. Maintain your current course.
Searchlight up ahead. Watch for it.
Stay out of their sight.
Strider, NASA's 1. Our current ETA matches yours. Catch the Vanguard. Can we secure the LZ quickly?
We'll get you down safe. I'm worried you're short on men.
Everyone here's already signed their whistles.
That ain't funny.
Never was good at jokes. Okay, following wind. Luck.
Understood. Strider 1, you've passed through waypoint 2. The valley's about to get narrower. Be careful.
Strider 1 is down!
Strider 1, you have passed through waypoint 1. No weapons until you reach the enemy base. All aircraft, reduce altitude. We have altitude restrictions from here on out. Keep altitude below 600 meters. Good. Maintain your current course.
Searchlight up ahead. Watch for it.
Stay out of their sight.
Strider, pass this one. Our current ETA matches yours. Catch them off guard. Can we secure the LZ quickly? We'll get you down safe. I'm worried you're short on men. Everyone here's already signed their rooms. That ain't funny. Never was good at jokes. Okay, before we win. Good luck.
Understood. Strider 1, you've passed through waypoint 2. The valley's about to get narrower. Be careful.
When can we take on the final mission? I'm starting to get tired of all this.
This is the last step, Count. Base and use it as a bridgehead.
Watch yourselves out there. We're going to need all of you in for our bounty. Without Wiseman here, everybody wants to give orders like they're the company commander himself. The best thing about Strider Squadron is our leader keeps his mouth shut. Watch your speed.
You've passed waypoint 3. You're coming up on the base, imposing radio silence. We won't be able to talk again until you're over the base. Continue to keep an eye on your altitude. There are plenty of dark spots that can sneak up on you. Strider 1 crashed. Strider 1, you have passed through waypoint 1. No weapons until you reach the enemy base. All aircraft, reduce altitude. We have altitude restrictions from here on out. Keep altitude below 600 meters. Good. Maintain your current course.
Searchlight up ahead. Watch for it.
Stay out of their sight.
Strider, pass this one. Our current ETA matches yours. Strider 1 is down.
Strider 1, you have passed through waypoint 1. No weapons until you reach the enemy base. All aircraft, reduce altitude. We have altitude restrictions from here on out. Strider 1, it's a good chance you've alerted the enemy just now. I thought I told you not to use weapons. Strider 1, you have passed through waypoint 1. No weapons until you reach the enemy base. All aircraft, reduce altitude. We have altitude restrictions from here on out. Keep altitude below 600 meters. Good. Maintain your current course.
Searchlight up ahead. Watch for it.
Stay out of their sight.
Spotted enemy aircraft in the valley headed for the base.
We've been detected. We've lost the element of surprise.
Strider 1 lost!
Strider 1, you have passed through waypoint 1. No weapons until you reach the enemy base. All aircraft, reduce altitude. We have altitude restrictions from here on out. Keep altitude below 600 meters. Good. Maintain your current course.
Searchlight up ahead. Watch for it.
Stay out of their sight.
Strider, pass this one. Our current ETA matches yours. Catch them off guard. Can we secure the LZ quickly?
We'll get you down safe. I'm worried you're short on men.
Everyone here's already signed their rooms.
That ain't funny.
Never was good at jokes. Okay, before we win. Good luck.
Understood. Strider 1, you've passed through waypoint 2. The valley's about to get narrower. Be careful.
When can we take on the final mission. I'm starting to get tired of all this.
This is the last step, Count. We'll take the enemy base and use it as a bridgehead.
Spotted enemy aircraft in the valley headed for the base.
We've been detected. We've lost the element of surprise.
Streamer's down!
Strider 1, you have passed through waypoint 1. No weapons until you reach the enemy base. All aircraft, reduce altitude. We have altitude restrictions from here on out. Strider 1 has crashed. Strider 1, you have passed through waypoint 1. No weapons until you reach the enemy base. All aircraft, reduce altitude. We have altitude restrictions from here on out. Keep altitude below 600 meters. Good. Maintain your current course.
Searchlight up ahead. Watch for it.
Stay out of their sight.
Strider, Aslan's 1. Our current ETA matches yours.
Strider 1 lost!
Strider 1, you have passed through waypoint 1. No weapons until you reach the enemy base. All aircraft, reduce altitude. We have altitude restrictions from here on out. Keep altitude below 600 meters. Good. Maintain your current course.
Searchlight up ahead. Watch for it.
Stay out of their sight.
Strider, Aslan's 1. Our current ETA matches yours. Catch them off guard. Can we secure the LZ quickly?
We'll get you down safe. I'm worried you're short on men.
Everyone here's already signed their wills.
That ain't funny.
Never was good at jokes. Okay, follow you in. Lock.
Understood. Strider 1, you've passed through waypoint 2. The valley's about to get narrower. Be careful.
When can we take on the final mission? I'm starting to get tired of all this.
This is the last step, Count. We'll take the enemy base and use it as a bridgehead.
Watch yourselves out there. We're going to need all of you in for our bounty. Without Wiseman here, everybody wants to give orders like they're the company commander himself. The best thing about Strider Squadron is our leader keeps his mouth shut. Watch your speed.
You've passed waypoint 3. You're coming up on the base, opposing radio silence. We won't be able to talk again until you're over the base. Strider 1 crashed. Strider 1, you have passed through waypoint 1. No weapons until you reach the enemy base. All aircraft, reduce altitude. We have altitude restrictions from here on out. Keep altitude below 600 meters. Good. Maintain your current course.
Strider 1 is down.
Strider 1, you have passed through waypoint 1. No weapons until you reach the enemy base. All aircraft, reduce altitude. We have altitude restrictions from here on out. Strider 1, it's a good chance you've alerted the enemy just now. I thought I told you not to use weapons.
Trigger's down!
Strider 1, you have passed through waypoint 1. No weapons until you reach the enemy base. All aircraft, reduce altitude. We have altitude restrictions from here on out. Keep altitude below 600 meters. Good. Maintain your current course.
Searchlight up ahead. Watch for it.
Stay out of their sight.
Strider, Dazzle is 1. Our current ETA matches yours. Catch them off guard. Can we secure the LZ quickly?
We'll get you down safe. I'm worried you're short on men.
Everyone here has already signed their wills.
That ain't funny.
Never was good at jokes. Okay, follow you in.
Understood.
Strider 1, you've passed through waypoint 2. The valley's about to get narrower. Be careful.
When can we take on the final mission? I'm starting to get tired of all this.
This is the last step, Count. We'll take the enemy base and use it as a bridgehead.
Watch yourselves out there. We're going to need all of you in for bounty. Without Wiseman here, everybody wants to give orders like they're the company commander himself. The best thing about Strider Squadron is our leader keeps his mouth shut. Watch your speed.
You've passed waypoint 3. You're coming up on the base, imposing radio silence. We won't be able to talk again until you're over the base. Continue to keep an eye on your altitude. There are plenty of dark spots that can sneak up on you. You just passed through waypoint 4. Radio silence.
Visual confirmation on the airbase. Reach destination.
Commence the attack. It's time for their wake-up call. The longer it takes, the worse off we'll be. Hurry up. Finish them off.
All right, let's give them a beating.
Strider 1, missile launched. Strider 1, locked on target.
Enemies are attacking! The hell did they come from?
Target destroyed.
Fire up the searchlight! I can't see where the enemies are coming from!
It looks like the enemy's air defenses are online. Guess they finally decided to wake up. Keep up the attack. The sooner we finish this thing, the better.
This is Dazzle's 1. Arrive at the airport. Landing down.
Roger that. If the enemy is still present in large numbers when our ground forces arrive, the mission will be a failure. Go help our allies.
Be quick. We're on time. This is free.
Your jokes haven't got any better.
Headed my sight. Missile! Evade!
Missile away. Full way up.
Caster, hostile pursuing your LZ. Check approach.
Multiple helicopters spotted. Do you have a visual on them? Strider 1, I need you to take out those enemies in the LZ.
Missile inbound. Evade.
Heads
We'll send some your way.
Pizza guy's in trouble. Let's help him out.
It's all right. Those two Uzi and big shots will take care of him for us.
Strider Squadron, do it quickly, or we'll lose the element of surprise.
Air support is on its way. Bandit invaded attack. Trying again.
Okay, that takes care of all the SAM sites.
That's the last of our anti-aircraft. They've all been taken out.
Picking up an enemy squadron. It must be the reinforcements they called in.
Three scratches.
Strider 1, bandit on your tail. Strider 1, missile away.
Emergency! These enemy reinforcements are stopping us! We can't do anything about their air power. We need support.
Strider 1, locked on target. Target eliminated. Great work.
Okay, that attack to push out the enemy from the front line. The way ahead is cleared up. Have our thanks. Give me a damage report. Heavy laundering. They're closing us on sight. Attack. I'm taking fire. Still throwing cannons. Behind you. Enemy on your tail.
Target was not struck.
Target locked. We need to work together to take them down.
We still got 3 enemy fighters left. It's not over yet. Strider 1, box 2.
Ambush, stay calm. Regroup the ranks. Lancaster, requesting close air support.
Strider Squadron, enemy reinforcements. Need some goddamn support there now.
Enemy numbers are small. Don't give in. Fight until the very end.
2 remaining.
This is 2-2. We're stuck. We won't be able to capture the base at this rate. Keep your heads down. 3 strikes will take care of the enemy.
Strider 1, missile inbound. Evade!
Target eliminated. Fox 2.
They got a beat on you.
The enemy's looking to engage. Watch your back.
First strike. Evading.
Target in gun range.
That's it. We take out those 2. We can force our way inside the facility.
Target acquired. Target's destruction confirmed. That air support was right on the money.
Keep pushing the enemy on their heels.
Okay, start running on the count of 3.
Hey, I get to finally send my boys in to ring the doorbell.
There's still quite a few enemies holed up in there. However, we can't afford to wait any longer. Begin the assault. If anyone resists, kill them. Contact! 2 o'clock! Go! Go! Fire!
Come on, tear down that barricade.
Gotta go.
This is Basilisk 1. The base is ours. We have control of all major functions.
Was on time. Roger that, Basilisk 1. Mission accomplished.
All prisoners of war will be treated in accordance with international law. We've even brought pizza.
Looks like they can shred those wills.
I'm already getting an earful from the men over the needless paperwork.
No joke.
Okay, go ahead and begin your approach. Move to the flight control.
Roger that.
Strider 1, this is Basilisk. The runway is clear. You have permission to land. The party is on as soon as you get here. Reduce your speed. 3,000 meters to the runway. You are right on course. Maintain current heading. You're past the guidance limit. Make a visual landing. Right on the money, Strider 1. Strider 1 has landed. Let's go and greet him.
Strider 1, you have passed through wait.
Excellent work on the night raid. Submarines have arrived from the Ocean mainland and are refueling. This base will serve as a frontline platform for our mission to take Farbanti. We're almost at the end of this operation.
Mihai's second sortie was designed to calculate how his physiology changed under the stress of combat. My job was to compare his performance as a pilot now to when he was younger and understand how his skills evolved. To tell you the truth, I'm not sure I wanted to know the answers anymore. For a man his age, Mihai's body was unbelievably resilient, remarkably flexible. His reflexes were as sharp as they ever were. Still, after all those years of flying in the outer layers of the atmosphere, even someone as strong as Mihai wasn't immune to the effects of the strain. The human body is fragile. It was not meant to handle the excessive amounts of radiation that constantly bombarded the stratosphere. For Mihai's second sortie, we used a flight suit that was still untested. He seemed fine on takeoff, but by the time he landed back at the base, he was clearly a mess. He got caught in a surprise dogfight with an especially stubborn enemy. It took a while for Mihai to bring him down.
Suspend mission.
The suit was ineffective. According to the data, it wouldn't let him fly to his full potential. A new flight suit was made to my exact specifications. When it finally arrived, Mihai's granddaughters glared at me with their disapproval. They blamed me for the pain their grandfather had to keep enduring. But Mihai remained stoic. He wasn't the type of man who cared about anything that happened here on the ground. I wasn't worried about it. I was confident the new suit would protect him thoroughly so that he could maneuver his plane any way he wanted. The moment he took off in his new flight suit, I realized what I had failed to before. Right after takeoff, as the wheels retracted, the plane suddenly arced up. It accelerated so quickly. I had never seen a plane move like that before. Mihai hit the high G's multiple times before disappearing into the blue. The support team couldn't even keep up. And then I knew. I understood why he never seemed to care about restoring his stolen country back to its former glory. and why he didn't seem to care about anything that happened here on the ground. Of course, Mihai's kingdom was the sky.
The operation to capture Erusia's capital, Farbanti, is beginning. This is the culmination of our work. We need to capture the Erusian forces' general headquarters in the south of Farbanti and end this war. The plan is for ground troops to attack Farbanti from both the east and north, and a task fleet will attack from the southwest. We will secure air superiority over the capital, while providing air support for our allies on the ground and in the water as required. By all accounts, we expect this to be an intense, full-scale battle across land, sea, and air. Should you need to replenish your ammunition or make necessary repairs to your craft, a return line has been set up in the north. During this operation, we will also be tasked with having to destroy the communications satellites that Erusia hacked. If we take down the information communication system that we believe they have control over, it should plunge Erusia into chaos. Once the capital falls, the Erusian military will be isolated and thrown into chaos, making it easier for us to end the war. However, that can't happen until after the capital falls, so you guys are the stars of this battle. Erusia will fight like a tiger, but we cannot lose. We must seize the capital and end this war.
Strider Squadron, proceed to runway. Sortie ASAP.
Our troops have engaged the Farbanti Reconstruction Park, Silver Bridge, and the submerged area. We need you to help our boys in those 3 locations. This'll end the war. It's time. Commence the operation. Our friends are waiting.
Lately, as your company commander, I felt some of you young bucks coming after my championship belt. Really put the pressure on me. So I think I'm gonna go out there and put the score a little bit. Just to show you guys how it's done. I trust I can count on all of you to keep up. Let's get out there, take care of business, come back in one piece.
I've got it now.
Strider 1, turn line is to the north. Head that way if you need to refuel. Good luck, everyone.
Count is back in the saddle as Cyclops 2. It's good to be fly with you again, partner.
No, it's real funny.
Attack swept the target. Bandit still active.
Fox 2! Fox 2! Enemy has a lock.
Hostile has a lock.
That's your stick! Shake him off! I got a signal in my sight. Locked on bandit.
Roger. Enemy has a lock on you.
Break! Break!
Enemy has fled.
Enemy missile inbound. Evading.
Attack missed.
An enemy is behind you!
Recon 5, Fox 2. Recon 5, locked out.
Cyclops 4, Fox 2.
Strider 1, the men below you are to secure the Silver Bridge, but they can't break enemy lines. We have aircraft in addition to you, but our numbers are less than ideal.
Right to the sky. Too bad for those guys. Hey, John!
Enemy on your tail. Watch it. Breaking. Breaking.
Fox 2. Target was not struck.
Hold out just a little longer. Our plan will be a success. Fox 2. Fox 2. We need more air support. We can't hold the bridge much longer without it.
Let me slide in on this end.
Incoming. Really? Firing. Lock bandit bad. Enemy on your tail. Watch it.
Enemy on your back.
I got a lot of armament.
Call reinforcements. Damn it. Should have known it sooner. Attack this.
Strider 4, Fox 2.
Orders up.
Missile launched.
It's no use. We have to retreat. On my target's back. Time to punch through.
Enemy's got a lock.
Enemy backup inbound. Forces are heading for 2 separate combat zones. We need to split our forces in 2 and meet both threats at once.
Trigger, head for either area. Cyclops will take care of the other one.
Roger.
Enemy missile detected.
Locked on bandit.
Yeah, that's the ticket. Show the enemy what kind of surprise we've got waiting for us.
Vehicle eliminated.
Okay, Trigger. The park is all yours. We'll deal with the other threat.
I'll show you all how it's done.
The enemy has a mark on me.
Locked on. Locked on.
Strider 1, target acquired.
got flies buzzing around our heads. Don't take your eyes off them. Where's Free Strike? Roger. Mark room is secured. You'll see a new shot clear the way.
I know the feeling. Strider 1, missile inbound.
Okay, lock acquired. Firing.
Who cares if the aircraft's after the strike? Look at what's left of our forces. Damn that 3 strike!
Boy, am I glad 3 strikes is here. Stop these guys. This rejuvenates my supply under our asses.
Missile launched.
They have a lock on me. Break!
In gun range. Strider 1, target acquired.
HQ, we're falling back. We don't stand a chance against their air support. Hold your ground.
There's a crack in the enemy's defenses. Send our troops there at once. This should allow us to put up a fight.
Target locked. Enemy reinforcements on radar. Take them out.
Hostile forces moving near enemy HQ. We don't have enough units to hold them.
Split up. The longer this drags on, the greater our losses.
Roger that. Did these guys really fight a battle before this? They just keep coming.
Target eliminated. Vehicle eliminated.
That area's all yours, Strider. We'll back up 1 squadron at the Silver Bridge.
It's easy to face an enemy on the verge of defeat. Let's finish things up. Fox 2. Didn't think that'd miss. Locked on! Enemy has a radar lock on me. Ship building! Missile inbound, evade!
Vessel confirmed sunk.
We've lost 30% of our fleet. It's going to be difficult to complete our mission given the circumstances.
Strider 1, locked on target.
Everyone's requesting backup. They'll take forever to get here.
This is the Stark. There are small boats hiding in the ruins. Take them out before they can approach the fleet.
The comms are full of requests for help from friendlies. Our occupation of Farbanti could be in jeopardy now.
Reduce altitude. Fly between the buildings. The less likely it goes according to our air support. Victory is within seconds. Let's turn the remaining enemies into dirt base.
They're after me. I need cover.
Our troops have engaged the Farbanti Reconstruction Park, Silver Bridge, and the submerged area. We need you to help our boys in those 3 locations. This'll end the war. It's time. Commence the operation. Our friends are waiting.
Lately, as your company commander, I felt some of you young bucks coming after my championship belt. You're really putting the pressure on me. So I think I'm gonna go out there and run up the score a little bit. Just to show you guys how it's done. I trust I can count on all of you to keep up. Let's get out there, take care of business, come back in one piece.
Warning, bandit on your 6.
Strider 1, return line is to the north. Head that way if you need to refuel. Good luck, everyone.
Count is back in the saddle as Cyclops 2. It's good to be flying with you again, partner.
Cute. Ah, it's real funny.
You should see the submerged area up ahead. Friendly warships have already begun the invasion. Things are about to get rough.
We're sending the squadron that defended Stonehenge. Are you sure about this? Yes, we have positive ID. Raise the threat level to maximum. We have experience on our side.
Missile inbound! Missile inbound! Strider 1, locked on target.
Strider 1 is hit.
Use GPS to locate allies.
Keep sending the enemy forces to their watery graves.
Strike is overhead. Lady Luck's now on our side.
Strider 1 is down.
Our troops have engaged the Farbanti Reconstruction Park, Silver Bridge, and the submerged area. We need you to help our boys in those 3 locations. This'll end the war. It's time. Commence the operation. Our friends are waiting.
Lately, as your company commander, I felt some of you young bucks coming after my championship belt. You're really putting the pressure on me. So I think I'm gonna go out there and run up the score a little bit. Just to show you guys how it's done. I trust I can count on all of you to keep up. Let's get out there, take care of business, come back in one piece.
Strider 1, return line is to the north. Head that way if you need to refuel. Good luck, everyone.
Count is back in the saddle as Cyclops 2. It's good to be flying with you again, partner.
Cute. Ah, it's real funny.
You should see the submerged area up ahead. Friendly warships have already begun the invasion. Things are about to get rough.
We're sending the squadron that defended Stonehenge. Are you sure about this? Yes, we have positive ID. Raise the threat level to maximum.
Keep sending the enemy forces to their watery graves. Targeting gun range. Missile launched.
Park's wide open. There's nowhere to hide.
Target is hit.
Three strikes is overhead. Lady Luck's now on our side. If we could just land here, it would change the course of the battle considerably. Everyone's requesting backup. It'll take forever to get here.
Enemy backup inbound. Forces are heading for 2 separate combat zones. We need to split our forces in 2 and meet both threats at once.
Trigger, head for either area. Cyclops will take care of the other one.
Roger.
Keep attacking. Sink the enemy and it's over. Right, breaking away.
I'm gonna open this guy up.
Strider 1, missile inbound.
Bandit.
Missile inbound. Hey!
Strider 1, AA gun destroyed. Enemy reinforcements on radar. Take him out.
Hostile forces moving near enemy HQ. We don't have enough units to hold them.
Split up. As long as this drags on, the greater our losses.
Roger that.
Enemy
HQ,
fire.
we're falling back. We don't stand a chance against their air support.
Hold your ground.
Vehicle eliminated.
They aren't as good as the ones on Silver Bridge.
Check the port side. We need to regroup.
Strider 1, missile launched. You're almost out of special weaponry.
Did you really think that missile was gonna hit anything?
Strider 1, AA gun destroyed.
Tear down that barricade.
Target destroyed by Strider 1.
Careful. The ruins they stuck in ships make these waters shallow.
There's no way we're pulling back now. If they take our headquarters, we're finished.
That area's all yours, Strider. Back up one squadron at the city bridge.
Target hit.
Thanks to our air support, victory is within sight. Let's turn the remaining enemies into shark bait.
Strider 1, missile away.
Steer clear of the fucking allied ship. Just how many do we lose? Damn it, tree here is back. Don't let them any closer. We can still win as long as we don't give up.
The enemy is desperately trying to stop our advance. It's gonna be tougher than we thought. And you're back. We're at first strike.
Enemy sighted. Enemy dodged. Continue your attack. Missile tracking him. Drink.
This is the start. There are small boats hiding in the ruins. Take them out before they can approach the fleet.
No use. Shoot down one of us. Hold them. Don't let them through.
On your men.
Missile inbound. Evade. Right.
Target acquired.
Hostile has a lock.
That way, that's 3 strikes. Stay under and we'll survive.
Enemy dodged. Continue your attack. Call reinforcements. Damn it. It's not a nice shooter. That's a hit. Bandit in my sight. Just
Locked on. Enemy is locked on. Break away.
Enemy has a lock. Eyeball to ostrich. Sierra 9 or Sierra for us. Roger. We'll provide supporting fire along with the York. Our target is 9 or Sierra. Prepare the first volley. Ready! Fire! The enemy is worn out. This is our chance.
Fox 2.
It's still you! We have to retreat! Bring your rifle. First strike will be here soon.
Target acquired.
Unload every last round of ammo you've got. We can't let them get past us.
We've spotted enemy backup. Check your radars.
Copy.
Trigger, it's about time we finished up here and helped other allies in trouble.
You don't need to try and target every enemy. Just keep your focus. Take one down and move on to the next.
Eyeball, give us the report. You overstood it. Thanks for the fire support. Roger. HQ, this is 1-2. We've eliminated the enemy resistance. 1, 2, and 3 are making their way to meet me now.
Tighten up the defenses immediately.
Vehicle confirmed destroyed. 3 minutes remaining.
Our allies aren't advancing as we hoped. This isn't good. Trigger,
Hit the areas where the enemy forces are thickest.
Forward! We still have a chance at victory! It's much easier to defend when you've taken up attack position.
locked on.
Strider 1, target acquired.
Ship building!
Whether it was Strider or Cyclops, it looks like he did a real number on the enemy.
Maintain course to return for resupply.
Strider 1, this is Control Tower. Make your landing check. Too fast. Lower airspeed. Back left. Lower your nose. You're too high. Strider 1, this is Control Tower. The runway is clear?
Remaining.
Missile inbound, I can't get away.
We gotta think of a way out of this predicament.
I want it back!
Caution, enemy has a lock.
Strider 1, Target destroyed. Your air support considerably weakened organized resistance from the Emergent Army. Operation nearly complete. Just need to see it through.
Understood.
Understood?
All right.
Understood. 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 1 minute remaining.
Cyclops 2, Fox 2.
Target in gun range.
Strider 3, missile, missile! Watch that bandit.
Bandit clear. Lock on.
Time to attack!
30 seconds remaining. Strider 1, target acquired. Strider 1, railgun fired. Hostile vessel destroyed. You did really well out there. This is sure to bring an end to the war. You'll be heroes.
Don't know what medals they've got for you, but if you want one, come back in one piece.
All aircraft, listen carefully. This is Lancaster. We have the upper hand. The enemy headquarters is almost ours. Operation to eliminate all enemy satellites also underway. All going according to plan. The end of the war is in sight. Think of something you'd like to eat, guys? Because I'm buying.
Roger that.
Man, don't jinx us.
Ah, you're right. New bogies. No, 5 Su-30s inbound.
It's Mr. Rex.
What's going on here? I don't believe it! We've just lost ship 3 and 4. We're taking heavy damage. It's like this monster is toying with us out there. We've got to do something.
LRSSG, we have an emergency order from Mission Command. Bring down Mr. X. I know it's a tall order, but HQ wouldn't ask if they didn't have faith in you.
There they are. It's the snowbirds. The 2 leaders are in a different levels, but don't underestimate the rest of them either. This should prove to be fun. What do you mean? It's just like you say. The enemy has experienced fighters in their midst. Missed.
Wow, are you sure he's human? Missile, invade!
Say goodbye. Get back behind him.
They have a lock on me.
Sensor, break, break!
Bandit fire missile.
Cyclops 3, I've been hit. I gotta eject.
Taken out one by one. Cyclops 3 has bailed out safely. Don't worry, he's gonna make it. I see they've still got a running pilot. Listen, Trigger, real talk. If we keep this up, someone's not going home. I'll act as a lure. Meanwhile, you shoot down Mr. X.
What?
Right, he grabbed the bait. Time to take him for a ride.
Target is hit.
Nice, fine. Give him one more.
Missile inbound. Take it.
Locked on. Enemy behind you. Move to cover.
Behind the enemy. Wiseman, bandit behind you.
Target acquired.
Locked on, you're mine.
They have a lock on me.
Now open this guy up.
Wiseman! Missile closing!
I'll keep him on me. Just a
Cyclops 1,
bit
missile!
longer.
Shit. Cyclops 1 is down.
Wiseman! Eject already, Wiseman!
I'm sorry, Count. This plane exploded.
Wiseman! Stay strong. We're not done here. Cyclops 2, you've got the lead. Wiseman! Shit! Negative, Cyclops 2, you're the lead. I can't do it. Trigger should take command. The duty is yours. It's impossible. Do it. Damn it. Cyclops 4, form an element. We need our top gun if we're gonna take out that bastard.
Uncle Count.
Now I see why he's the king of the skies. Trigger's our only hope.
Missile hit.
Damn.
Now go finish the job.
Get Mr. X, Trigger. Shoot it down, Trigger. You can do it. In fact, you're the only one who can. My radar suddenly turned off.
What is it? Respond.
My data won't update.
My HUD
Damn
is
it.
glitching out.
What was that?
I've lost radar contact. What's up?
Look at the sky. Towards the sun.
What is that?
A star? No. Maybe an explosion?
This is Soul Squadron. Head home. It's not safe to stick around here if we lose our base.
Listen up. We've just lost our real-time connection with Mission Command. It's not just Mission Command. I'm not getting any response from outside our LOS. Farbanti's now under Ocean control. The operation was a success. We didn't get the orders that should have come after the operational success. We'll guide you to the scheduled airport. All aircraft, leave this airspace immediately.
Negative. They've got a debt to pay.
Count, we all feel the same way.
Shit.
So Wiseman died for nothing.
This is a peacekeeping force forward base near Erusian territory. Other Allied aircraft have probably been forced to make emergency landings at other airfields. We don't know much. The mission to capture the capital is nearly complete, but we unfortunately have no intel. But our enemy was smart. They had a similar plan. Our own communication systems were destroyed at approximately the same time. We have no idea when or if they'll come back online. Stand by for further details.
As far as the chaos we find ourselves in these days, it's difficult to say which side pulled the trigger first. Erusia deployed an automatic intercept system with drones. Osea implemented long-range attacks to bypass them. So Erusia decided to sabotage Osea's communications and navigation technology. Erusia couldn't launch a satellite themselves, but they were still able to hack the software of the Osean transmission and navigation systems. Before Osea even noticed, half of their satellites were hijacked. That's when things got ugly. In an attempt to knock out each other's capabilities, both forces launched fighters loaded with anti-satellite missiles at the same time. Only military satellites were targeted. However, their destruction created a debris field in orbit, which wiped out scores of other satellites, both private and government-owned. What kept the world relatively sane up to that point had been free-flowing data and information. But now, those were gone. All that remained was chaos and confusion. Government and civilian broadcasts and transmissions were cut off. The flow of information had ceased. Forces on both sides of the conflict now found themselves unable to communicate with their superiors. Many of the smaller countries annexed by Erusia and yearning for their independence seized the opportunity and started their own uprisings. As for why some of Osia's military decided to break off from the main force and continue on their own, I have no idea. Perhaps there was some sort of dispute over the chain of command. The continent that had once seen wars that were only fought between Osia and Erusia was now full of numerous conflicts between rival leaders vying for power. Insurgencies were everywhere. I even heard a rumor that a group of Osian convicts had rebelled. Rumors. It never ceased to amaze me that even at a crazy time like this, something as trivial as a rumor could find its way here. Communications from corporate were cut off. Apparently, the entire computer network was down. It was a wise decision to make our drones autonomous with AI instead of being radio-controlled. Wise and forward-thinking. Even with their GPS offline, they can still use their sensors to navigate as long as they're working properly. I'm sure the drones are still working perfectly, following their mission orders to the letter. I wish I could upload Mihai's new data to them. But without a connection, I can't upload the software to the active drones. The new ones we're making, though, there should still be enough time to upgrade those before they're activated. I'll be taking the data I've acquired away from the front lines now. Oh, and I'll be taking the girls, too. I told my assistant Masa it was time to get Mihai's granddaughters ready to leave here. She's not much older than the girls, but she has a way about her, and I'm sure she won't have any trouble with them. I saw a plane flying off in the distance. I imagine it was looking for a safer place. The plane had a rose emblem on it.
Erusia's communication networks have been down since their satellites were destroyed. Unfortunately, we are experiencing trouble too. All of Erusia has been affected, and we don't know when things will be back up and running. We're not even sure if this is Erusia's doing. Still, we will follow the strategy that was originally planned, and move on to the next operation after liberating Farbanti. Let's get to it. Since the war began, we've been receiving communications in secret from an officer in the Erusian army.
With the capital under our control, Erusia's radical element is losing support quickly, affecting the balance of power.
HQ is thinking of using the military officer as a way to gain leverage to settle peace negotiations. The officer is currently hiding in the outskirts of Anchorhead Bay, having joined up with support dispatched from the Osean army. The plan is that they'll take a standard vehicle to a rendezvous point at a harbor in the east part of the city, where a helicopter will be waiting.
I would like the new Strider Squadron to provide escort for the officer. Cyclops will remain at the base on standby to serve as defense.
With the communication network currently down in the capital, I very much doubt Erusia will be able to mount a regimented counterattack. However, it is likely that Erusia's intelligence department and the remaining forces who are aware of the officer's movements will interfere. Keep a close eye on the officer and make sure he stays safe. Our victory in Farbanti has given us a golden opportunity to finally end this war. Be safe out there.
Take note that our satellite-based IFF has become unreliable following the recent communications failure. As such, target ID will be done by processing the images from the infrared cameras on your aircraft. Objects will initially appear as unknown on your HUDs, but will be ID'd once you close in on them for a set period of time.
Strider Squadron, you're cleared to taxi.
To the unidentified Osean craft, this is Captain Carl of the Osean Army. Are you here for the escort? You're not the really friendlies, over.
This is Longcaster. Airborne warning and control system for the Osean Long Range Strategic Strike Group. Captain Carl, they're on our side.
And those two pilots we've heard about must be here too.
Okay, I hope you're right. Longcaster, are all of these really unknowns?
It's a state of civil war. The Erusian army is fighting itself. There's no guarantee the Oseans won't shoot us in this confusion.
We'll image process the unknowns caught in your cams to identify friend or foe. The process will be faster if you get a close-up, well-centered image.
Meanwhile, we just run if they shoot us, right?
Affirmative. Always identify your target before you fire.
War is something I'll never get used to, but tonight has been a total shock. The city under martial law, gunfire and the roar of jets echoing through the streets.
Give me Strider Squadron's IDs. Oh, and hand me that sandwich.
It's Erusian! Shoot it down!
Trigger, that one's Osean. Do not attack before target identification is complete. Entering the Anchorhead Bay area. Buildings will block your line of sight. Make sure to keep track of your objective.
How this war ends depends on this mission. I'm counting on you.
Understood.
We're the ones on the radio. We don't know our location. Give us orders.
We have no orders, but we do have ID data. Check your TAC terminal. Strider Squadron, identify the unknowns along the route. It's Erusian.
They aren't responding aggressively.
Strider 1 has crashed.
Longcaster, are all of these really unknowns?
It's a state of civil war. The Erusian army is fighting itself. There's no guarantee the Oseans won't shoot us in this confusion.
We'll image process the unknowns caught in your cams to identify friend or foe. The process will be faster if you get a close-up, well-centered image.
Meanwhile, we just run if they shoot us, right?
Affirmative. Always identify your target before you fire.
War is something I'll never get used to, but tonight has been a total shock. The city under martial law, gunfire and the roar of jets echoing through the streets.
Give me Strider Squadron's IDs. Oh, and hand me that sandwich.
It's Erusian! Shoot it down!
Trigger, that one's Osean. Do not attack before target identification is complete.
We're the ones on the radio. If you don't know our location, give us orders.
We have no orders, but we do have ID data. Check your TAC terminal.
Roger that. We'll look for our way home.
Strider 1 is down.
Longcaster, are all of these really unknowns?
It's a state of civil war. The Erusian army is fighting itself. There's no guarantee the Oseans won't shoot us in this confusion.
We'll image process the unknowns caught in your cams to identify friend or foe. The process will be faster if you get a close-up, well-centered image.
Meanwhile, we just run if they shoot us, right?
Affirmative. always identify your target before you fire. It's ID'd as Erusian.
It's something I'll never get used to, but tonight has been a total shock. The city under martial law, gunfire and the roar of jets echoing through the streets.
Give me Strider Squadron's IDs. Oh, and hand me that sandwich.
What's wrong with drones? Whether you're a patriot or not, you're just too stubborn to change the time.
Entering the Anchorhead Bay area. Buildings will block your line of sight. Make sure to keep track of your objective.
How this war ends depends on this mission. I'm counting on you.
Understood. Strider Squadron, identify the unknowns along the route. It's Erusian.
Trigger's down!
Lancaster, are all of these really unknowns?
It's a state of civil war. The Erusian army is fighting itself. There's no guarantee the Oseans won't shoot us in this confusion.
We'll image process the unknowns caught in your cams to identify friend or foe. The process will be faster if you get a close-up, well-centered image.
Meanwhile, we just run if they shoot us, right?
Affirmative. Always identify your target before you fire.
Caution alert.
It's something I'll never get used to, but tonight has been a total shock. The city under martial law, gunfire and the roar of jets echoing through the streets.
Give me Strider Squadron's IDs. Oh, and hand me that sandwich. Target destroyed. ID'd as Osean forces. This is AWACS from the LRSSG.
Our info has been updated.
Entering the Anchorhead Bay area. Buildings will block your line of sight. Make sure to keep track of your objective.
How this war ends depends on this mission. I'm counting on you.
Trigger's down! Lancaster, are all of these really unknowns?
It's a state of civil war. The Erusian army is fighting itself. There's no guarantee the Oseans won't shoot us in this confusion.
We'll image process the unknowns caught in your cams to identify friend or foe. The process will be faster if you get a close-up, well-centered image.
Meanwhile, we just run if they shoot us, right?
Affirmative. Always identify your target before you fire.
It's something I'll never get used to, but tonight has been a total shock.
So you were the ones on the radio. We don't know our location. Give us orders.
We have no orders, but we do have ID data. Check your TAC terminal.
Roger that. We'll look for our way home.
Caution.
The city under martial law, gunfire and the roar of jets echoing through the streets.
Caution.
Give me Strider Squadron's IDs. Oh, and hand me that sandwich. Entering the Anchorhead Bay area. Buildings will block your line of sight. Make sure to keep track of your objective.
How this war ends depends on this mission. I'm counting on you.
Understood.
neutralize this.
There's a striking curfew. He has a beat on you. Got my bars in the places to learn what's going on.
Missile.
Box 2, Box 2.
Caution alert.
I'm under fire!
Wait. General managed to convince them.
Listen, those that protect General LaFarge are the real patriots. Onward!
Missile. Missile.
There's a vehicle up ahead.
Missile.
It's gonna ask us to pay a toll. Get closer and find out if it's an enemy vehicle. We'll go. Let's go.
We archived all the vehicles that were shot, but when the communication networks come back online,
We need to remind everyone that there's no such thing as a clean war.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
signs of the clean warfare at the beginning of this war are now gone.
Missile.
Miss, target's still active.
Vehicle blocking the road.
Caution. Pull up.
No response to hails. It's the radicals. It's no good. There's still a car on the road. Just to be safe, we better avoid the highway and head for the warehouse district. Lancaster, we're taking a detour. Don't lose us.
Strider 1, General's route has changed. Keep your eyes on his vehicle. Don't let him out of your sight.
This is why they've been cast. They really don't want the war to end, do they? The bar's in that vehicle! They've been set up in all the right places.
Target destroyed. Fox 2.
We have some enemies coming up behind us. They're gaining on us.
I'll wait before firing. Bail out now.
Missile.
Field 1, stop. Check your IFF. It's a friendly. I know what I'm doing. You guys have opened the trial to war, leading our country further into ruin.
We're almost at landfill number 7. If we can make it through, we'll be in arm's reach of the rendezvous at Grunder Park. Captain Carl, do you have the means to record this conversation? I wish to explain to you the situation inside Erusia. I'm sure the boys listening upstairs will record it. The open declaration of war, expanding the front lines, was all the work of some young Erusian officers. They were referred to as the Radicals, but there was an unseen force guiding them. It was technology they borrowed from the Belgans. When they actually went to war, the performance of the attack drones exceeded their wildest dreams. And they were incredibly clean, which got public opinion and the opportunists within the military on their side. They even manipulated the princess. Belgian technology advanced UAV research within the Erusian flight testing by at least 10 years. They used the flight data from a former ace pilot to create drone AI, but to us it's no different than magic or alchemy. Airplanes are meant to be flown by human
Hi, I am
beings.
your fan.
For those of you listening in, am I wrong? We're heading towards Grunder Park. Rendezvous point is a helipad on this man-made island. We'll ditch the car and take the helicopter from there.
Where's my military? Itself for 3 options. Strider 3 launching missile. An unknown is blocking our scheduled route.
No response. Got a bad feeling.
Friendly hello in front. I'm a patriot. My duty is calling. Nice work, Leo 2. That's a confirmed kill. You are a true patriot. No objective. Destroy 3 strikes.
Thanks. You would have been toast.
Captain Carl, we have a new rendezvous point. New coordinates are as follows. 263 Tango 4, 19er Delta Lima.
Stall warning.
Rescue teams says hostiles are making the area too dangerous.
Well, yeah, don't they know nowhere is safe?
It's Erusian! Shoot it down!
Trigger, that one's Ocean. Do not attack before target identification is complete.
Our capital's fall has led to another power struggle within the Erusian military.
It's all gone to hell. Even radio chatters about the Civil War. Radios? You have one in your cockpit?
We're about to cross Anchor Bridge. There'll be nowhere to hide.
That was something.
The bridge is being blocked off by a tank. This isn't good.
Yeah, ever since my previous squadron. I've got it taped, nice and secure.
An armored vehicle's behind us. It's a vehicle used by the Erusian forces. Take it out!
Trigger, our VIP is in trouble. Clear the way for it.
We're taking fire! Take care of them!
Ocean forces at landfill number 7. This is AWACS Lancaster.
That vehicle is one of ours! Cease fire! The info just came through! We're the only ones here on our side!
I'm hit! Get this guy off my back! We've almost reached the container area. Watch out for enemy ambushes.
Understood.
System failures caused friendly fire incidents among Ocean forces. Their analysts present confidence turning on their former allies.
Fire! Cease fire! We're on your side, you idiot!
General's vehicle is under attack. Our VIP is taking fire.
We're taking fire! We can't hold off!
Hostile tanks are keeping the armored formation at Anchor Bay from protecting the VIP. Can you clear them out for us?
No problem. We made it somehow. Try to get off your ass a little faster next time. We're coming up on a tunnel. We'll need to split up until we reach the exit. There's more to Belkin technology than just UAVs. IFF designations for one was an astonishing feat. Used it to make drones that resembled Ocean fighters. And then to assassinate Hardling and put the blame on enemy fighters. But in the end, Belkin technology only brought chaos to the world.
I can't believe this is responsible for Harlan's assassination.
Talking politics? That's new.
Can't ignore a story like that, right, Trigger?
Damn it! We're outnumbered. There were too many conservatives in the Air Force that hated the drones.
Prepare to fire on a moment's notice.
Bad news. Hostile armored forces outside of the tunnel. I'm thinking that we should go say hi before they ruin the General's day.
It's ID'd as Erusian.
The General is a real celebrity. Seems everyone wants to meet him.
This is one of ours.
How'd you last, Lancaster? We've been briefed and we're here to help. If a drone is acting suspiciously, shoot it down.
We were nearly done for. I couldn't have asked for better timing.
Nice. Glad to see the Oceans attacking the radicals.
Maybe we should join up with them. It means getting rid of those assholes faster.
Regionalism is part of the infighting with these groups.
We've reached the industrial zone. This should be the new rendezvous point. The coordinates are up ahead. Take out any enemies in the surrounding area.
We'll cope.
Glad we waited. Don't worry, we won't let anybody through after here.
Almost at the rendezvous, in the rear of the others.
Understood.
The radicals truly believe most drone productions will become drone bosses. They shouldn't be taking responsibility for the capital's fall, but instead they're prolonging the war. That is why proper conservatives like myself are moving to regain control. If all goes well, we should be able to sign a truce with Osea quickly.
You're out of missiles.
We've reached the rendezvous point. There's the chopper, too. we turn to in this darkest hour? We need a beacon of light to show us the way. This is the Erosion News Network.
The plane is icing up.
Okay, let's go. Getting out of here. I've had just about enough of this place. I'd like to offer my thanks to the LRSS chief. This should finally bring about a true end to the war.
Understood. Good luck. Multiple unidentified aircraft approaching.
This plane is carrying civilians. We have escort fighters, but we do not intend to engage in combat. Please stand down.
What's going on?
Try to get a little closer. Weapon use is prohibited.
What's going on? Dr. Schroeder!
Whoa. There's a girl on board? He's not lying about carrying civilians.
No, unless she's a soldier.
Weapon use is prohibited. We've checked footage. It does seem to be a transport with escorts.
I repeat, this craft is carrying civilians. We are not here to fight.
Trigger, ceasefire.
Dr. Schroeder, tell me what's happening.
I'm sure I don't need to remind you, but do not attack the civilian liaison.
That's the aircraft your grandfather told me about. It's all over the scratches.
There it is. The EASA liaison plane. They engage in witchcraft with Belkin technology. They're responsible for leading the military down the wrong path.
Wait, unknown's attacking the girl's plane.
Alma, hold on tight.
Lancaster, permission to engage.
Negative.
What?
It could be Ocean fighters. ID them ASAP.
Shit.
That's all we can do.
ID complete. They're Erosion fighters. What the hell is going on?
Stay sharp.
Uh-huh.
Right, I'm shooting him down. Any complaints?
Granted.
Wilco.
Wilco.
Yeah, good work. Strider 1 has killed a bandit.
Careful, those guys are good. Wait, you don't think it was Austin liaison, do you? I managed to catch a glimpse of the three strikes. Enemy on your tail, watch out. See it, fighter. Just so long you plan on getting in my way.
9.
Don't miss. Aim carefully.
No good.
Shit.
Warning, enemy has a beat on you.
They're in my way.
Strider 1, missile launched.
Bandit destroyed. Well done.
Missiles depleted.
Nice kill.
Good work. All hostile aircraft eliminated. The liaison is safe. Wait.
The escort fighter is... the drive. They're missing the drive.
What the hell? You gotta be kidding me. Liaison escort has a radar lock. They're targeting you guys.
What the hell? We were just helping them.
Erosion aircraft, this is AWACS Lancaster. Do not engage the liaison. Break off now.
Can you hear me on this channel, OC craft? Those escort aircraft are drones. They are currently being operated autonomously. They are not being controlled by anyone. They are flying on their own volition.
What?
In that case, we have no choice but to shoot the aircraft down.
Unfortunately, yes.
We did what we could. Weapons free. You are cleared to attack the escort.
Wilco. Understood.
Wilco.
Missile.
Hey, it's not our fault they won't listen to reason. Why build something like that? Whoever did is the king of all dumbasses.
Something else entirely. Can't afford the MQ-99's launch. Our commands are overridden. They must be accessing it.
Additional hostiles inbound.
Strider 1, target acquired.
Ammunition 0.
Five bandits remaining.
Missile.
Enemy on your back.
Missile.
Damn it. I don't have the drive they need.
Missile. Missile.
It's not enough to be fully
Missile.
functional. There has to be a time when it should not function.
Target is down. 4 bandits left.
Ammunition 0.
They don't have to obtain the hard day.
Missile. Missile.
3 bandits to go.
Missile. 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 Ammunition 0. Missile.
Target acquired.
Missile. Missile.
Strider 1, missile launched. 2 bandits left. Show them what you got.
Ammunition 0.
I'm behind my target.
Target was not struck. 1 bandit to go.
I'm on my target's tail.
Strider 3 launching missile. Strider 1, that's what I like to see. Another story to tell my boy.
Understood. All hostiles have been eliminated. Nice. The General's helicopter is flying safely outside Anchorhead Bay. All aircraft, RTB, mission complete.
All hostiles, huh?
General, the Ocean aircraft is here to pick us up. The approaching Ocean aircraft.
Losing his army? Elaborate. They stole our sealed orders. It should be a piece of cake.
Were you sent by the General staff? No, we'd like you to send... Missile! I can't!
There are 3 scratches.
What does that mean?
The tail of that plane.
Broadcaster, are all of these really on...
In order to respond to the attack on the base, Cyclops has scrambled after being on standby. We'll head up too, once our planes are ready. Oh, and Labarth is dead.
What did you say?
Apparently, he was shot down by another Ocean aircraft after he left the area of operations. I mean, I know it was chaos, but still. At any rate, the sealed order operation has come to a close. We have no idea about a plan for going forward.
All we can do for now is watch our own backs.
What's up with the commander?
He's staying in his room. He's still alive, since we can hear him crying.
The island we went to was supposed to have been secured by the ground forces. They hadn't gotten a handle on things by the time we got there, so now we were stuck in the middle of a half-assed campaign. My job was to get the planes ready for combat, making repairs and handing them over to our troop of cons. Thing is, the enemy still had the hangars. The comms were still down, so none of us knew what the hell was going on. The last transmission I heard before everything went to shit was that some prisoners from an Ocean military penal unit rioted and managed to escape. They stole some jets and now they were flying around, taking out their former allies left and right. I wonder if any units like ours were out here, creeping around. Hearing the Osean jets firing at each other overhead chipped away at morale. Since the radio was out, it was quiet. I liked it better that way. All I heard was the gunfire. Here we were, walking around carrying rifles. We were pilots, damn it. Friendly fire will probably kill us. You know things are desperate when the guards that used to lock us into solitary are now telling us it's better we all stick together. I guess they think our odds of surviving this war are better that way. After walking for miles across the battlefield, we came across the wreckage of a plane. Passenger, not military. I knew that rose. It was an Erusian liaison plane. The guard's dogs smelled something and took off. They led us to a cliff. And the bodies.
Today, I lost everything. When Osea attacked our capital, my father, a man who was never really suited to being the king, was killed. I was to be flown out of the war zone to safety, but the plane was shot down by rebels. The entire crew was killed in the crash. Soldiers appeared and one shot at me. My dog went after him and shot him to pieces. He was my best friend. After all those speeches I gave about working together for peace, I thought everyone felt the same as I did. I'm sure the soldier who shot at me knew I was the Princess of Erusia. He was Erusian too. More soldiers have come. Now, there is no one left to protect me. I cannot move. I watch as one of their dogs approaches. It sniffs mournfully at my dead friend. I wonder if it grieves for him as much as I do. I can barely think. I feel weaker by the minute. I don't know who these soldiers are with, but I managed to take a sip of the water they gave me.
How long have you been here?
Somehow, I muster the courage to answer the woman's question. I tell her I've been there 3 days. They gather around me with grim looks on their faces. What would they do if they knew I was the Erusian princess? After searching the cockpit of the plane, the woman who spoke to me before came back to me.
This is an air-to-ground tactical radio. It still works!
I noticed she walked with a limp. She knelt down next to me and asked her companions to give me some food. And then, very softly, she said,
"You see, I used to listen to your broadcasts, Your Royal Highness." Just what did you see here?
Okay, enough talk. Your opinions have all been taken into consideration. Beyond the seizure of Farbanti, which is important, and supporting the Erusian officer. At this point, I just don't know what our strategy is, or what our mission will be. Radio communication is still patchy for both the military and civilians, so we're getting zip from Mission Command about our orders. Still, with countless Erusian forces in the area, it's too dangerous for us to stay around here waiting for a miracle. Now, regarding Count's suggestion to think about self-defense, I think we should make a break for Tyler Island. It was a large Osean base before the start of the war. Count says his previous squadron took part in an operation to seize control of the island. It has the only base that will get us to the space elevator without refueling. It's also a transport facility for supply ships that provide drones and ammo for arsenal birds. For the Osean forces that are looking to reclaim the space elevator, those are two great reasons in its favor. If everything went according to plan, the base may already be in Allied hands when we get there. Though based on what Count told me about the island operation, it won't be easy to seize control.
If the ground troops have managed to open the bridgehead, the transport route to Osea for supply ships should be available.
So much at stake, I can't imagine Erusia just giving it up without a fight. Things could really have gone bad.
Even if there are enemies left, they should be pretty easy to suppress.
I just want to go home, man.
Me too.
With that look on your face, Trigger, I know exactly what you want to do.
If Trigger's ready to kick ass, then so am I.
Damn straight. We're with you, Trigger.
It's decided then. Let's get all the aircraft and haul ass to Tyler Island. Although we can avoid the Arsenal Bird's anti-air network, there's still remnants from the Erusian forces. I want to get to the island. Any unnecessary combat. Pick a fast craft and fix it how you want. Pack for a long trip, but remember, if you drag your ass, you'll get left behind.
Strider Squadron, sortie ASAP.
This is Tango 2-3, pursued by multiple tanks and APCs. Now all go down if we don't pull back the landing craft. It's what? Abandoned Tango 2-3?
Something's not right.
Tango 2-3, we don't have the firepower to assist you. You're on your own. Please, we need help!
Wagtail is on the Osean landing ship. What's going on? What did you say?
Multiple bogies inbound. Damn it. Prepare for anti-air combat.
This is the AWACS Longcaster. The aircrafts in your area belong to the LRSSG.
Allied aircraft. A retreating vehicle is taking fire. Requesting assistance. They bombed us hard. We've taken heavy casualties.
Confirmed casualties from friendly fire. Our mission is to assist the retreat.
multiple tanks and APCs. They'll all go down if we don't pull back the landing craft. It's what? Abandoned Tango 2-3?
Something's not right.
Tango 2-3, we don't have the firepower to assist you. You're on your own. Please, we need help!
Wagtail is on the Ocean landing ship. What's going on? What did you say?
Multiple bogies inbound. Damn it. Prepare for anti-air combat.
Stall warning.
This is the AWACS Lancaster. The aircrafts in your area belong to the LRSSG.
Allied aircraft. A retreating vehicle is taking fire. Requesting assistance.
Roger.
We're under attack!
ID complete.
Thank God. Friendly birds.
Unknown successfully identified.
Our air support is here.
Update us on Tyler Island.
Good be word. Our forces are scattered and on the run.
They're on the run?
We were waiting for retreating units here to carry them out to safety. Do me a favor, Lancaster. Many of our allies are cut off. They need support and an escape route.
Understood. We'll do what we can. Let's help retreating Ocean forces. Take out any hostiles in their area. Don't engage till targets are ID'd.
The boots on the ground don't need more people shooting at them.
Thanks. It's absolute chaos out there. The Erusians are even starting to fight amongst themselves.
Well, now we know what's going on, but shit.
It's no use! Work to the right! Fire at that supply ship! We can't afford to take any more damage. Get out there and do something!
Trigger, ID your targets before attacking.
There's more over here. The bodies of dead civilians. I don't think it's a part of the fight. Look at that, they're all lined up. No, they're not too bad. Some of them marching away. I can guess what happened here. You really don't want to think about it. It's a blatant war crime! Take photos for evidence. We did it! We're moving out! Leave the dead behind! We'll come back to this island one day and send them off properly.
They're Erusian. Jesus, they're firing at each other. Is this the norm around here?
It's all crazy people.
I just got the photograph. We'll head back to HQ. Just give us another 30 minutes. The men say they want to release the children in proper bearing.
We are in the middle of a mission to take back the fast driver. The supply ship is a munitions depot. It's highly combustible. Don't pursue too deep. We just need to buy some time. Hold them at bay until operation feeding time. Pull them away from the mass driver.
Trigger, we can't afford friendly fire.
Our guys still got the enemy's air support. What do we do now? Get in the tank!
Allied retreat looks good.
Can you hear us? We're taking fire from multiple enemy tanks!
Warning, enemy has a beat on you.
Not done.
Calling friendly birds! Take out the hostiles in our area! Get us out of this hellhole! We need help or we're still up and running!
Ducks out here.
Help me! Gather all the wounded together! I count 12 dead bodies here. They seem to be upper middle class. The police force nearby, so they could be researchers and their families. Most likely, they were involved in military.
Hang in there. This battle isn't over. Enemy on your back. Strider 1 crashed.
Okay, enough talk. Your opinions have all been taken.
Strider Squadron, sortie ASAP.
This is Tango 2-3, pursued by multiple tanks and APCs. They'll all go down if we don't pull back the landing craft. It's what? Abandoned Tango 2-3?
Something's not right.
Tango 2-3, we don't have the firepower to assist you. You're on your own. Please, we need help!
Wagtail is on the Ocean landing ship. What's going on? What did you say?
Multiple bogies inbound. Damn it. Prepare for anti-air combat.
This is the AWACS Longcaster. The aircrafts in your area belong to the LRSSG.
Allied aircraft. A retreating vehicle is taking fire. Requesting assistance.
Roger.
Got a positive ID.
Shit. These are Ocean.
Caution. Pull up.
We're under attack!
I have a solid lock.
Pull up.
Update us on Tyler Island.
Couldn't be worse. Our forces are scattered and on the run.
Pull up.
They're on the run.
Caution.
We were waiting for retreating units here to carry them out to safety. Our air support is here.
Caution. Pull up. Caution.
Their artillery fire just missed us off our starboard side.
Caution. Pull up.
Cyclops 3, Fox 2.
Caution.
Target acquired.
Caution. Pull up. Caution. Pull up.
Firing railgun.
Caution.
Do me a favor, Longcaster. Many of our allies are cut off. We need support and an escape route.
Understood. We'll do what we can.
Missile.
Let's help retreating Ocean forces. Take out any hostiles in their area.
Pull up.
Don't engage till targets are ID'd.
The boots on the ground don't need more people shooting at them.
Caution.
Thanks. It's absolute chaos out there. The Erusians are even starting to fight amongst themselves.
Well, now we know what's going on, but shit.
There's more over here. The body's empty. He was part of the fight. With that, we're all lined up. Get out there and do something! No, they are not combatants. Some of them aren't even wearing shoes. I can guess what happened, kid. Maybe don't want to think about it. Damn, those Russian bastards. Keep the place is war caught. Take photos for it.
New Erusian. Jesus, they're firing at each other. Is this the norm around here?
Strider 1.
It's all crazy people.
Take back the fast driver. The supply ship is an emissions depot. It's highly combustible.
Missile.
Go with us! See the enemy agency from there!
If we can just defend the fast driver today, our army can turn this thing around.
Missile.
I just got the photograph. Head back in. The men say they want to at least look the children in the proper area. We're taking heavy damage. We're moving out! Leave the dead behind! We'll come back to this island one day and send them off properly.
Don't pursue too deep. We just need to find some lives.
in the bay until Operation Feeding Time.
Missile.
Move them away from the mass driver.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
We're down to less than half our vehicle. This isn't looking good. We need help. Bring all the injured. Calling friendly birds. Take out the hostiles in our area. Get us out of this hellhole. We need help while we're still up and running. I count 12 dead bodies here. They seem to be upper middle class. The spaceport's nearby, so they could be researchers and their families. Most likely, they were involved with genocide.
Missile. 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 Caution. Pull up.
Our guys even took out the enemy air support. What do we do now?
Missile.
Send in the tank!
Missile.
Allied retreat looks good.
Missile.
Three strikes, count to three, and the enemy's gone.
Missile.
Our last vehicle is destroyed. Let's get out of here.
Missile.
Let's get moving! Hit the gas and don't let up until we reach the extraction point! I don't want to see anyone, hostile or friendly!
Missile.
Taking fire from a Russian aircraft!
Trigger, that was an ally. Identify, then attack.
The hell? You're killing your own men.
Missile. 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 Caution.
Echo troops, tank flash, but they're running on fumes and low on ammo.
Missile. Missile. Caution.
An explosion inside!
Continue the countdown.
Caution. Missile.
It's the countdown!
There's still one arsenal left. Bomb, then Arusio will have a fighting chance.
Use cameras to track the supply ship.
Missile.
Don't fight with your back to the supply ship. If it's hit, we're done for.
Missile.
Here's the landing craft!
Missile.
Many thanks, Lancaster.
Missile.
We didn't have to leave our boys to die.
Understood.
Missile. Missile.
Reservoir here. First one go by and detonate on the second.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Warning, enemy has a beat on you.
Missile.
Bring the anti-tank missile. Hit that heavy armor at the front line. Don't stop! Training your neck. Our guys will take care of three strikes.
Didn't think that'd miss.
Caution. Pull up. Caution. Missile.
Strider 1, you've identified the unknown targets.
If you let them through, we're as good as dead. Rendezvous? You don't even know where we are!
Echo 13, all hostiles are down.
Understood. This is our last chance. We'll see how far we can go.
Wait, multiple bogies from the east.
Their timing tells me they're not here to bring good news.
We need to ID the bogies. Take them down if they're hostile.
Understood.
Nice. Target eliminated.
Bogies inbound. Escort fighters, we're counting on you. Should we fire? Even if we're not fired upon? Of course. Chase off the bogies! There's no way they're ours! Almost there. Commence Operation
Strider Squadron, you're near an armada of bogies. Identify them.
Stay on course. Let's just get this done with.
Visual.
Like an eagle.
Strider 1, firing railgun.
Identification complete. It's Erusian bombers and their escorts.
Count's prophecy has come true. Take out all bombers. They'll flatten our allies.
Plenty of civilian casualties as well. Precision bombing is impossible in these conditions. Maybe they know they can't. We're gonna drop them all.
Missile. Missile.
Enemy on your back.
Launch control, this is flight leader. All systems ready. We are go for launch. Launch control. The enemy is closing. Confirm launch readiness. Affirmative. This is our last chance for Operation
Launch control. Roger that.
Missile. Missile.
Destroy the mass driver completely. We're screwing up with Falcon.
The bombers are nearing the island. We're running out of time.
Missile. Missile.
Strider 1, firing railgun.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Enemy on your back.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
I'm on my target's tail.
Missile.
Draw the enemy's attention here.
Missile. 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 Missile.
More bombers approaching. Intercept them now. Only half the bombers remain. We can't let even one get away.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Scratch.
Missile.
3.
Missile.
Intercept those bombers. Warning, enemy has a bead on you.
Missile. 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 Missile.
These reinforcements are elite.
Lockdown bandit.
Missile.
All enemy bombers have been destroyed.
We did it.
Continue with your mission.
Missile.
You can surrender when you lose your hands. We're outnumbered. Taking heavy losses. We can't even run. The enemy will shoot us in the back.
Target acquired.
Give me enemy position. Speak up. The artillery fire's got a number on my hearing.
You're almost out of special weaponry.
I hope the rebels and Russian army end up wiping each other out.
Our only ally is the Russian government forces. Don't mistake them for rebels.
Grenade is lost.
Return to operation area.
We don't need to defeat them. Just delay their advance. Got it?
Caution. Pull up.
They use the lack of contact with superiors to do whatever they want.
Caution.
Don't let them in. Send them away.
sharp while you're in there.
Caution. Pull up.
Can you hear us? We're taking fire from multiple enemy tanks!
Target is down.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Hey you, dumbass with the scratches on his tail. You hear me? I need you to help some people. There's a group of refugees surrounded by Erusian tanks right here. Needless to say, their future's not looking too bright.
This is a secure military line. Who is this?
Me. You can call me the Scrap Queen.
Missile.
Lancaster, she's an ally. Trigger and I'd know that voice anywhere.
That voice. So you're still breathing, Sir Count.
Here, let me have a word. Hey, it's been a while. I had a feeling the two of you were still alive. Remember, stick with Trigger and you'll make it.
Missile.
We have a bit of intel for you. Share it if you can help these refugees. Count me in.
That's right.
Thanks. But will we make it in time?
A landing ship is waiting for you.
Right. We need to move. Disappearance is the one-way ticket to hell. Pretty sure we're there already.
We've destroyed all of the targets. All bogies should be ID'd now. Mission complete.
Missile. Missile.
Okay, Scrap Queen. Send us the target coordinates.
I'm thinking about how I do that.
Don't you have a laser target indicator?
Why would she...
Use the smoke canister. It's taking us to the enemy's doorstep. Not me. Wait, you moron! Wait! What are you doing, dumbass? Here! Attack right here!
Lancaster, we confirmed the location of the flare.
That's them. All aircraft, we just updated your threat matrix via data link. Take out those targets.
Don't miss. We don't want to hit the pretty ladies down there.
Missile.
Hurry!
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Target destroyed.
Nice job! The enemy tanks are toast. I don't think I can even do anything with that scrap.
Missile.
Watch it. Enemy has a lock on you.
Missile.
Why do you think that's wrong? Does everyone know? No other reason?
Missile. Missile.
Locked on.
Target acquired. Hurry!
Get moving!
Missile away.
That takes care of them. No civilian casualties. Nice going. Do you hear the singing?
Control countdown. Pressure stable. Coolant system on.
Lancaster, a promise is a promise. Here's the intel. I heard it from an Erusian soldier that defected. The supply ships will be launched soon.
Yeah, that is valuable information.
That doesn't sound good.
But can it be trusted?
Not sure. Heard it from a man who said he wanted to atone for his sins. Up to you to trust him or not.
Understood. Good luck.
Releasing safety. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Launch. 1, 2, 3. The mass driver is accelerating.
The supply ships have been launched from the mass driver. If the supply ships make it to the Arsenal bird, they'll be able to resupply it. They may be loaded with new weaponry that we don't even know about. We have no choice but to take down the supply ships before they can get within the Arsenal bird's air defense network. You've got to hurry or you're not going to make it. 3 3 minutes to the enemy's air defense network.
Missile. Missile.
All aircraft, remain on high alert. We got bandits incoming on radar. You're gonna have to forget about them for now. Focus on destroying that supply ship first.
We're sitting ducks like this.
If we let the supply ship get too far away, we'll never be able to catch it.
I was expecting this to be easy if all they could do was fly fast.
The supply ship's in the clouds. We can't find it.
All we need to do is slow them down.
Watch it. Enemy has a lock on you.
Ammunition 0.
Special weaponry depleted.
Ammunition 0.
Did you see that explosion? Looks like that's one of them down.
Remember, there are 2 supply ships out there. Hurry up and shoot the other one down. We've recalculated the remaining time.
Do they really think they can continue to dodge?
90 seconds to the enemy's air defense network.
Don't lose them!
60 seconds remain.
Enemy on your back!
The Ocean pilots are chasing the supply ship hard.
So they're trying to beat that giant monster of a bird. We can't let them complete their mission.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
30 seconds remain. Don't give up.
My bird can't take much more of this!
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Your plane will last up if you stay in there too long.
The operation failed. We have failed everyone who helped.
Just avoid the enemy's fire for now.
Okay, but we won't be able to do that forever, you know.
We're almost out of time. Return to operation area.
Supply ship has reached the Arsenal Birds air defense network. All right, Erusia can still win this fight.
The supply ships have been launched from the mass driver. If the supply ships make it to the Arsenal Bird, they'll be able to resupply it. They may be loaded with new weaponry that we don't even know about. We have no choice but to take down the supply ships before they can get within the Arsenal Bird's air defense network. You've got to hurry or you're not going to make it. Three minutes to the enemy's air defense network.
I hope the payload gets delivered to the Arsenal Bird.
Missile.
All aircraft, remain on high alert. We got bandits incoming on radar. You're gonna have to forget about them for now. Focus on destroying that supply ship first.
Missile.
We're sitting ducks like this.
Let the supply ship get too far away, we'll never be able to catch it.
Supply ship's in the clouds.
Giant monster.
Can't find it.
We can't let them complete their mission.
Strider 1, firing railgun.
Did you see that explosion? Looks like that's one of them down.
Remember, there are 2 supply ships out there. Hurry up and shoot the other one down.
Was flying fast.
We've recalculated the remaining time.
I'm usually pretty good at playing tag, but these guys have a head start.
Victory is ours as long as the supply ship gets away.
90 seconds to the enemy's air defense network.
Don't lose them!
Missile.
You think the mother hen really wants him? Trust the plan, but before the laws of communication.
60 seconds remain. Missile hit the supply ship dead on.
I can't get a lock!
They're forced to turn their backs to us. Now I'm working for them.
You're mine now!
this thing had any windows, we could have seen it for ourselves. Nice work, team.
We're gonna find ourselves a boat and leave this island. We'll be taking the refugees, along with any deserters from the Erusian military.
Who's the girl that ran at the tanks with the smoke canister? A few more crazies like her, and life down there may have been a tad bit easier.
What do you think would have happened to those refugees if you hadn't intervened? The princess saw what happened. They were little kids.
That's why I like the sky. You don't have to see those types of things.
Does this mean we're that much closer to ending the war?
No, we just basically prevented it from going on forever.
Count's right. We have no choice but to return to our original base. Our base that is nearly out of food and fuel. We need to do something.
Good. Take a seat. Everyone's here. All right. Good work in sinking the supply ships. Not to mention saving the refugees. However, we're in no position to start celebrating. Even the commander here is starting to fray from the stress. Can't say I blame him. Now, Tyler Island is in a state of complete anarchy. This base isn't safe either. The faces you see around you are the only friends we've got. Take a good look.
We found a boat, then sailed away from the island. We had to. We didn't belong there. The new guy's name was George. I noticed when the anarchist said his name, he said it with a thick Belkan accent. How did you know that he was from Belka?
Well, both my parents were from Belka, so...
You never told me that. They say that Belkans are known for their conspiracies.
That's just a stereotype. Now, I simply stated my honest opinion and was thrown in jail for it.
The princess sat there looking miserable. That was a dumbass stunt she pulled back there, but it got us on this boat. Take a look at that. This ship is heading for a single rope that's hanging down from the sky. Do you know how far the end of that rope reaches?
Outer space.
No. It is a direct connection to the very potential of mankind itself. Or at least it was until war erupted.
It's my strong belief that the rope might be connected to a very distant, faraway source of great conflict and strife. Even long before the war, the whole world started falling apart once Harling began trying to build it. I often wonder what was going through Harling's mind when he was trying to destroy the very thing that so many people were sacrificed in order to create.
Sacrificed? What do you mean?
Have you seen all of those countless old space shuttles on Tyler Island that are no longer in use?
Yeah. I always thought of them as a good source of scrap. They're an obsolete technology that was abandoned during the construction of the space elevator. Which would mean that if the space elevator was destroyed, it would be that much harder for mankind to reach the stars. Until we find another way.
But even then, Harling still went ahead and tried to destroy it. At the cost of his own life.
That's not the way I heard it. What I heard was that he sacrificed himself to protect the tower from an incoming missile.
Oh, I was told he tried to fly his ship into the tower in order to destroy it.
I wonder which story is true, Your Royal Highness.
I don't know. Looking at it objectively, it's reasonable to believe that Harling had both options before him.
When it comes to which one you think he took, I guess it's like a mirror.
Yes, it is. It's like a mirror looking into your own soul, based on whichever choice you believe it was. At the moment, though, I can only see darkness. I think that thing should be destroyed.
It's time for the briefing. Although, since we don't have any contact with HQ, it's not like this is an official mission. Anyway, it looks like the seizure of Tyler Island and the relief from Osea have been postponed. In the meantime, we just have to do what we can to survive. Since losing its capital city of Ferbanti, Erusian forces have separated into smaller, autonomous factions. It looks like Erusia's largest force and leading faction will pass through the area around this base. The space elevator is significant to them, so they're probably heading there.
Should we intercept?
Why? I doubt they're gonna start a fight now.
Our top priority should be to get home. Let's go already.
Yeah. It's not like we have the supplies, power, or even a real reason to put up a fight. But what are we going to do if they bring the fight to us? We need to be ready to push them back. If we head inland from here towards Erusia, there's an old castle that's been converted into a stockpiling base. Shalaji Castle. It's currently occupied by some of the Erusian forces that broke off, but we need ammo and fuel. They appear to have converted a freeway into a runway, so we can expect them to have the capacity for air combat. But they'll be easier to handle than Erusia's lead faction. Well, we can't use all our aircraft to attack. The transport carrying the stolen supplies needs support. Okay, Strider Squadron. You head out first, and neuter the dogs at the stockpiling base. Rendezvous with Cyclops Squadron, who will bring the transport. Then we bring the supplies back to this base.
Got it.
Aircraft are our only threat.
Sounds good.
We'll make it. We're all gonna fly home. Together.
Strider Squadron, aircraft prep complete. You're cleared to taxi.
No Osean forces are in the region ahead. No allies here. No need to ID your target.
Pull up.
We've set a number of priority targets, focusing on their anti-aircraft weaponry. Okay, team, get to work.
Unidentified aircraft, not sure if friend or foe. Fire anyway. We don't have time to be wondering if they're friendlies or not.
So, capture this base and take the fuel and supplies. That's the plan, right, Trigger?
You take if you want to live. That's how it was where I grew up.
I was just double-checking mission orders, Hushin.
Our anti-air guns are destroyed. Abandon and fall back to our rear position. Retreat!
There are more vehicles along the road. They don't appear to be military. They're Erusian refugees. They must be fleeing since the conflict got worse.
Unidentified aircraft. Identify at once or they'll open fire.
What are you talking about? They already are firing on us. The enemy's confused.
I know.
Confirmed destroyed.
We're all out of ammo. Don't give up. We're not going to lose our country again.
Caution. Pull up.
Strider 1, firing railgun.
There aren't that many. Aim carefully and take them down.
Caution. Pull up.
Fox 2.
Caution. Pull up.
So what's this faction split from the Erusian military? The autonomous state of Shalaji used to be a nation. The region has always leaned towards independence. Those who want to restore their homelands flock to it. Apparently, their core consists of officers from Vaslij, which neighbored Shalaji.
Are they our enemies?
They're our enemy's enemy, but not our friends.
Retreat! Our tank can't take on a fire.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Box 2. Ready to get away. They're bombing us.
Missile.
We're unable to use the SAMs.
Missile.
Help me!
The resistance is strong. They seem pretty desperate.
Missile. Caution. Pull up.
We don't have enough AA weapons.
Target hit.
Caution. Pull up.
Coming up on the castle. Let's hurry up and capture this base so we can get its fuel and supplies. Shit!
I feel like we're a group of burglars.
Don't say that. This is for our survival.
Yeah, I know.
Help is here. No, for the Ocean Army.
Attack missed! That's Shalaji Castle.
They're here already. They can pay for what they did to our scouts. Take in both civilians and refugees without discrimination. Get away from the stone buildings and take shelter somewhere sturdier or underground. Drop where you are and cover your head if you hear jet engine. That's squad, 4 fighters.
Missile.
Friendly shot down. Locked on hostile. Pistol squad no.
Target is in machine gun range.
The fire set off a chain reaction. At least stop it from spreading.
Missile. Missile.
Warning, enemy has a bead on you.
Caution. 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 Caution.
Hostile has a lock.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Sam is out. We're running out of ways to strike back.
Missile.
We can't our target.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Missile away.
Caution.
Strider 1, target acquired.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Everything's on fire. Shit. We still have plenty of missiles. Somebody answer us. We've lost more than half of our forces. The battle won't last much longer. Let them have our lives. As long as our nation stands, the young will carry on.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
No, we got a fire.
Missile.
Target destroyed.
Break off.
Missile. Missile.
Watch it. Enemy has has a lock on you.
Enemy on your back.
New hostiles. All aircraft confirmed.
This town is of high cultural value. It's unfortunate we got bombed.
We do what we need to survive, right?
We got something I'll tell my son about.
We have 4 aircraft! 4 planes incoming! Fire more missiles!
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Target's in machine gun range.
AA destroyed! We're sitting ducks! Cancel 0. Soul Squadron, stand by.
Negative. This battle's over if we don't get up there. We're on with hope of restoration. Don't worry. As long as we accelerate inside the tunnel, they won't be able to shoot us down that easily.
Locked on, Bandit. I have to break!
Their interceptors are in the air.
All right.
Getting to takeoff speed inside the tunnel is insane.
Missile.
Soul Squadron, airborne. Shoot the invaders out of our skies.
Missile.
Good luck, Soul Squadron.
Understood. You are in violation of Shiraji airspace. Turn around or we'll be forced to shoot you down.
This is the Ocean Long Range Strategic Strike Group.
Missile.
Land immediately and hand over your planes and base to us.
Missile.
You must be the snowbirds. It's absurd for you to be talking so tough after losing one of your leaders at Babante.
You bastard!
Missile.
You defile this country.
Missile.
As long as you're here, this country will never know peace. Shit.
Missile inbound. Drinking. These guys are pretty good.
Strider 1, Fox 2. Warning, enemy has a beat on you.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Bring it on. I'm more than a match for you.
Enemy on your back.
Missile. Missile.
Target locked.
Missile. Missile.
Strider 1, target acquired.
There's no need to get too involved.
Missile.
I'm out! Ejecting! I hope he's okay. Bailing out under those conditions. I can see his parachute. Let's pray he makes it to safety.
3 to go. Don't let them work together. Back up trigger.
Wilco. Righto.
We just need to buy ourselves some time.
Watch it. Enemy has a lock on you.
Roseman hit. He's ejected. Damn. We can't even last long enough to buy ourselves some time. As expected, but a lucky shot will be boring.
Some kind of energy weapon. No, it's a railgun.
Strider 1, you have a bogey approaching at high speed. Bearing 090, straight from the east. High-speed projectile launch from enemy aircraft.
I'm testing this aircraft. You must find your own sky. We can still help you.
Missile.
Don't waste your life. Dedicated to reclaiming that which you call home. Furthermore, you must find someone to guide you. I am not that person.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Muslim squad will be retreating. Those fighting below are advised to temporarily withdraw. Don't die. As long as we're alive, our hopes and dreams live on.
Hey, look at the color of that plane. Damn, that's the flames of hell. Time for payback.
Negative.
Missile.
It's no good. I can't get close enough.
The rest of us will just get in the way. The rest form a perimeter to catch whatever slips through. Welcome. Might just cost us our lives.
Watch your remaining missiles.
probably made themselves a Detroit.
Hit on unidentified aircraft. The enemy's mobility is still unfazed. Keep up the attack. Unidentified aircraft. Land your plane and surrender. Why do you feel the need to continue fighting on your own?
That's funny. It seems like one of the pilots is also fighting along.
He's not alone. Look around you.
I see. Perhaps it would have been best to entrust the future to pilots like that. Let me test him then, to see if he's truly worthy. Fox 2.
Target was not struck.
No, that's not it. That will not do.
100%. Targeting correction, 0.8 degrees. Ready to fire.
Railgun is firing again. Bad news. Its accuracy is increasing with each shot. Take him down as quickly as possible.
Cooldown complete. System power at 50%.
Strata 1, target acquired.
Locked on.
Missile.
Fox 2.
Missile.
120%. Warning, braking control deactivated. Positional prediction complete.
Railgun fired.
Beyond the limits of machine assistance, I see. You're quite the entertainer, but the show's over with this next shot.
System power at 50%.
Railgun has been fired.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Watch your chaff and flare supply.
Cooldown complete. System power at 50%. 120%. Targeting engaged. Targeting correction complete. Cooldown complete. System power at 50%.
Target acquired.
Think you can keep up with me?
120%. Warning, braking control deactivated. Targeting correction in progress.
Not bad.
That bastard's moving in a way that minimizes the damage even when he's hit. Keep firing those missiles until you blow him to pieces.
Cooldown complete.
This weapon is not enough to take down 3 strikes. This aircraft is my body. If they are not enough, then I must put my soul into it. There are pilots like you in every generation, and I've found every last one of them.
Ammunition 0. Missile. Missile.
Mr. X is ascending rapidly.
missiles went straight for the sun. Not a casual move. He's moving that sun special fluid. Mr. Rex moves like a drone I saw in Bulgaria.
It's a hit. The unidentified aircraft is going down.
You got him. Trigger has splashed a bandit.
Can you hear me? Pilot with the 3 strikes. This was all due to my ego. I unleashed pure chaos upon this world, just so I could keep my wings. Put a stop to the drone production.
Is this a message to Trigger? What does it mean?
I don't think this war is over just because we shot down Mr. X. Yeah, it's gonna take something else entirely to end this thing. I just don't know what.
The resupply went well. We should be okay on food and fuel reserves for a little while at least. Luckily, the rumor that the Erusian army is advancing nearby is only a rumor. There's no sign of them from the skies. Rumors, rumors, rumors. This is what happens when you lose communications. But we got one good fact. The plane Trigger shot down was an advanced model of the X-02 Wyvern. It was developed in the last Continental War. Erusia had a lot up their sleeves. Apparently, they were even supposed to have Belkin aircraft back in the First War. What if Trigger couldn't shoot it down? Just thinking about it gives me chills. We're lucky to be here. In war, you never know what's lurking behind the curtains. But it looks like everything's loose now. Solid chain of command, rest periods after sorties, a battlefield where you know friend from foe. All of that's gone now, lost in a fog of confusion. Feels like a distant dream. Now, just how the hell are we gonna get out of this mess?
When we got to the mainland, we found the space elevator's support facility. I guess this was the factory where they built the gigantic structure the elevator traveled in. There was this little girl sitting in front of a mural. When the princess saw her, she shuddered like she'd seen a ghost. The girl had a stuffed animal. This was the day after the shit went down at Tyler Island. She walked right up to the princess, took her hand, and led her into the factory. One thing's for sure, they knew each other. The factory'd been converted to a production line for Erusian drones. It was fully automated and chugging along, making drone after drone after drone. Once they got inside, the princess stopped and just stood there. Another girl was there with a man in a lab coat. He was trying to use his keyboard, but she wouldn't let him. She took a data chip and threw it on the ground. Then she walked over to us and took the gun from the prison guard's holster. She pulled the trigger and destroyed the chip. Later, I found out that the girl with the gun and the one with the stuffed animal were sisters. They were also the granddaughters of Mihai A. Shalaji, the legendary pilot. Gramps used to talk about him. He said Mihai was the top ace from 2 wars ago. Know any Belkins? Because this guy was a Belkin, and they love to stir shit up. Pitting nations against other nations is a particular favorite of theirs, along with developing hyper-advanced technology.
That's right. I'm Belkin, born and raised.
My country is gone now. Rather than surrender to its enemy, Belka detonated 7 nuclear weapons on its own soil. My people scattered around the globe, living in the shadows of other countries. We had a new purpose: to breed wars. The theory was that through war, we could achieve our destiny and our revenge. I had just finished inputting Mihai's data when his granddaughter came in. She destroyed the only copy I had of the information I squeezed out of him. The girl loved Mihai. No one knew more than her just how hard I pushed her grandfather for that data, how much I made him sacrifice in the process. I promised his granddaughters that his efforts were not in vain, that it could end this terrible war. But in the end, it only caused more chaos and despair. We were responsible for all this damage, all this tragedy. Now, we were going to pay for it. The Erusians, once our allies, would see to that. I had lost the drive to continue my work, even before I noticed Mihai's granddaughters eyeing me with suspicion that one day. I should have stopped then, for all our sakes. Mihai's granddaughter tossed the gun aside. She said if she resorted to killing, she'd just end up like the rest of us. And by us, she meant everyone, including the princess. Like me, the princess was afraid to look into the girl's eyes. She knew that by encouraging her people, she kept the war going. Mihai and his granddaughter were victims of it, and now they too were paying the price.
Is this for Belka? Or for Erusea? My grandfather had only one wish: to continue soaring through the endless skies. That was the only place where he felt alive. But I don't even have a country to call home, let alone the sky. The Black Forest, the lake, they are no longer mine. Even though those lands were once cherished by my late mother. We have to learn to put that sense of nostalgia behind us and behave like mature adults.
My homeland. She's right. It feels so far away now. The woman with the rifle approached me. She was focused on more pressing issues.
I checked the computer. All of the data on the legendary Ace had already been installed.
No, I pulled it before it was completed. However, there are 2 aircraft that are already scheduled to be manufactured based on that data.
We must destroy the factory.
This isn't the only one. There are more facilities just like it, and the 2 planes containing the data will be manufactured at one of those facilities.
So, this place runs on solar power that the space elevator generates, right? How about the others? We can destroy the space elevator and cut the power to them. First things first, let's take this one out.
I'll show you which locations to target.
I stood there, thinking about that mural by the factory's entrance. Harling commissioned it to be painted. I realized that in the background, behind the dancing figures, the artist had painted several space elevators. I understand now. The space elevator wasn't designed to exploit Erusea after all.
Good. And afterwards, we'll bring down the space elevator itself. No matter why it was built. Right now, it's the root of this chaos.
I wonder...
Yes?
I wonder... which path you would choose when looking at Harling's mirror.
Let's get the briefing started.
We've done enough air operations. Just let us go home.
There's no path for us to get home. Whatever direction you fly, it'll be right into a hail of enemy fire. Earlier, we received a communication via the partially restored general network. Here is what it contained. Apparently, the Erusian radicals have gathered around the space elevator, as it's a source of energy. Give the warmongers a powerful energy source, and you give them the luxury to keep on fighting. In response to this, people from both Osea and Erusia have joined forces, and will take down the final Arsenal bird in a saturation attack from the air to the sea. Once that's achieved, they'll take the space elevator from the aggressors.
Has the source been verified?
It could be fake. I hear you. Take a look at what's written at the end. Hey, dumbass. If you want to bring the world back from the brink, go to the lighthouse. You can see the future.
Dumbass?
Sounds familiar.
Certainly does. It's from those guys we met in Tyler Island, the 444 squad. It's a message to all those looking to end the war. But I also think it's a message for Trigger.
Guess we'll do what it says.
Okay. Well then, I'm thinking we go roast that damn bird.
Looks like we're all on the same page. It's time to end this war. Time to fly, guys. Let's go get that Arsenal bird.
Strider Squadron, sortie ASAP.
What the Erusian? Now, what fighter pilots are made of?
Thanks. I owe you.